Hello, my name is ShaneidaMonique and welcome. Today's video is the worst dating advice, where to in fact meet men. All right, now this video is definitely for my ladies, but because I know that there's probably going to be some men watching this video and wondering why I'm saying what I'm saying, I'm going to give you the reasons why, and I'm going to give you a little something for the men too. All right, so worst place to go to meet a man, number one is the gym. Now, I know that in the past, I guess people have said, oh, you know, this is a great place to go meet men and yeah, just go to the gym or whatever. It's a terrible place to meet men. Now, here's the thing. If you are a woman and you want to be in an atmosphere that is filled with men, like, the gym is it. I think that the gym for women is definitely what the strip club is for men. All right. But the thing is that as a woman, when you go to the gym seeking out a man, that's going to be a problem. Number one, they are filled with narcissistic men. That's number one. And most likely when you go to the gym seeking out a man, that's who you're going to get approached by first. All right, narcissistic men, they like, I don't know what it is when it comes to the gym, that's like their first home while they look for victims and create a second home. All right, most of them, when it comes to professions, they like to say that they're personal trainers and things of that nature. And yeah, it's just so freaking toxic. All right, so if you're a woman and you're actually, you know, looking to meet a nice guy, looking to get into a relationship or whatever the case is, like, yes, the gym does have a lot of men. It does. It has a lot of different kind of men. You know what I'm saying? There's probably some husbands in there, okay? But the thing is that you're going to have to be very, very good at discerning men and vetting them before you go ahead and play in the gym with them. All right? Also, too, and this is just advice for women that's actually seeking a man. I'm going to say do not actually go to the gym. Now, if you're a woman that you, in fact, like the gym and this is something that's natural to you, is going to the gym, working out, doing your own thing or whatever, and then men approach you, that's a little something different. Okay? But if you have the idea in your head that you're just going there to snag a man or whatever the case is, don't do it. Don't do it. It's not a great place. Now, it is a great place to snag a narcissist. All right, if you are into that, and if you want, a couple of weeks, couple of months of love bombing, you know what I'm saying, very beginning, then yeah, go and have your pick of the litter. But my baby, he wants some attention. So I got to figure out another way to record this video so that he gets the love and attention that he requires. So, yeah.
3 hours later.
I really have to come to the bathroom to shoot like the rest of this video or just this portion of it because like my baby, he won't let me record in pace. Okay, so like I was saying before, if you are a woman and you are seeking out a man for a relationship or to be involved with or whatever, like that's why I said that the gym is not a good place for you because number one, I said that they're a breeding ground for narcissistic men, okay? And then number two, let me put you on to number two. If you are not a gym rat type of girl and you're just going to the gym to meet a man, right? What's going to happen is that you're probably going to meet a man and it's probably going to head it off or whatever. And then after a while, he's going to expect you to go to the gym. And if you think that you're going to be in a relationship with a man who is constantly going to the gym and he's going to let you be at home, eating your chips in peace, watching TV, you're wrong. Okay? If he's in the gym working out, most likely he's going to require that of you. And because he met you in the gym, that's the kind of girl he thinks you are. And if you're not that girl, there's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. When he is pushing you to work out, he says, no, one more squat, lift the weight. No, you can go, you go weight higher. No, no, thank you. No, thank you. Okay, so if you are not that girl, I mean, there's no need to pretend. There's no need to pretend. Okay, and for my fellas, if you in fact do want to meet or approach a woman in a gym, I'm gonna say that for men, you can approach any woman that you want if she's in a gym. If she don't got no ring on, if she not married, it's fair game. All right, approach her, talk to her, see what's going on. But because for all you know, that could be your wife. That could be your wife, and it's going to. And like everything else, is always a double standard, right? For men and for women, there's always different rules, and this is one of those things. It's different rules. For men can talk to any woman that they want if they see her in a gym. But the thing is that men, you have to be discerning as well. You have to know exactly what type of woman you are approaching, especially if you're not a toxic, narcissistic. All right. And one thing is, you're going to have to learn what a natural body versus what a doctored body looks like. You're going to have to learn the difference between a natural body and a body that went to DR. All right, that's your only thing, because the body that went to DR, she's not trying to put in all that work in the gym. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not going to be long lasting. Eventually, you're going to have to pay for her upgrades later on. Okay? So if you actually want a woman that takes care of her body, that actually works out or whatever, you're definitely going to find that type of woman in the gym. But I'm going to give my fellas one piece of advice right here, is that if you find a woman that is in the gym working out and she has a natural body, right? That means that she is eating well. That means that she is consistent when it comes to the gym. That means that this girl has discipline. Do not go to her with no BS, okay? If your stuff is not together, leave that woman alone, all right? Do not waste her time. Do not interrupt her during her sets. Do not talk about, oh, let me take you out or whatever. If you have no intentions on being what the requirement is for her, okay? Leave her alone. Period. But if you just want a nice little thing to fly out, go for the girl that look like she got, okay? That's the difference. That's the difference. Okay? Well, not to say that the girl that got that can't be wifey material or whatever, but I mean, never mind. Okay, so yeah, that's my take on the gym. Okay. Also, let me tell you something. Here's another thing too. When it comes to, and this is just for my fellas now. When it comes to you approaching women in the gym, right? If you see a woman and she is minding her business, she is working out, she's putting in the work, stop staring at her unless you say something. Like, unless you want to say, "Oh wow, you really put in work. Like, good job. Like, I see you. This great." Like, don't sit there and stare at her like this. Oh, you need help with them? You need help with the weights? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because it's awkward enough for a woman to go to the gym, especially where there's so many men there, and be stared at. Man, let me tell you a story, right? So I remember one time I used to have this coach, this boxing coach, and I would go to the boxing gym and I would be there, sparring, and I had to work out or whatever. And there would be guys there just staring, just watching, gawking. And it was so uncomfortable for me. Like, half the time I'll be working out and my trainer would work me out to the point where I wanted to throw up. So I'm over here like, one more set. And I have some dudes there like, I wonder if she's going to throw up. This is hard. So I'm just telling you from a woman's perspective, don't do it. Don't do it. Pay her a compliment and keep it moving. Don't be awkward. Don't be awkward. And I know that some dudes have this idea that if you work out with a girl the first time, you can hit that, whatever. That is totally BS, but you know what? Whatever. You guys live your best life. Okay. So worst place to meet a man, number 2, is going to be church. Yeah, now church used to be one of those places that like your mama and your grandmama say, well, you want you a good man, you want you a good Christian man, you got to go over there, you got to go to the church. And let me tell you something, girls are still getting done up to go to my church and, and really, you know what I'm saying? The women in there, they looking real, I can't even front, they do look nice, right? But the thing is that the men that's there, the men that's actually going there and all of that. One thing that I've noticed, right, and this is from my own experience, is the fact that when a man is seeking spiritual growth, spiritual understanding, that is something that's very deep, that's very personal, and on top of that, I don't really think that that's a area that should kind of be tainted with, especially when it comes to, all these impure thoughts, you thinking that you want snacks, I'm in a church. No. Like, I think that for the most part, every man that I have, let's say, interviewed when it came to the church was in fact there because some woman brought him. So, so I would say like, or some woman introduced him into the church. So let's say he was dating this girl, it didn't work out with this girl, but then he continued to go to the church because it was like so much good, wholesome Christian women there. So he stayed. All right. And this is the thing, like you women, you have to understand that not every man in a church is really there to seek the love of God. He's not there to just be at one with Christ. Some of them is there because they are the devil. All right, this is off topic though, right? But no, not really. But let me tell you something, right? One time I saw a dude in there had a whole girlfriend and was in there with another woman during a church service. He was on a church date. And the amount of dogs that I see in church, you would have thought it's the pound. You would have thought it's the pound. Okay, so I'm gonna say for my women, okay, you in church, you better pray for discernment. You better pray that God reveals these men to you. All right. But again, here we go with the double standard. For my fellas, church is a perfect place to meet a wife. It is a perfect place to find a good Christian woman with good morals, good character, solid background. Okay. Yeah, I don't even know why it's like this. I really don't know why I can't explain it. I can't explain it. I cannot. It's crazy. It's crazy. The amount of like legit good women that are in church is like, it's a lot. Now I do say that men, you do have to shift through because they're all women just there to snag a husband too. But yeah, but for the most part I think that there's more good apples than bad apples when it comes to actually going to church, especially if this woman is really involved and everything else or whatever. But yeah. All right. And then the third place, or worst place, first dating advice, worst place to meet a man, is going to in fact be the bar and club. I would say, matter of fact, I don't even think necessarily the bar, depending on if it's like a bar-y, kind of like loungy restaurant atmosphere. I still think that those places are okay. But when it comes to like the clubs, popping bottles in the club, like, for a woman, that is not a great place to meet a man at all. I think that people have said this in the past, like, oh, you don't go meet a man at the bar or the club, or you're not gonna find your wife in a club or whatever the case is. And you know what? This is like, some people actually do find their wives or husbands in the clubs, but the thing is that so's the mistress. Okay, so is everybody that they're cheating with, they all in the club too? You know, and a lot of guys, what they do is they leave their wives or girlfriends at home, and then they go to the clubs. They go out partying and whatever, and it's just, you know, it's just, yeah, it's just not a really great place to actually meet a potential partner. Now, it's a wonderful place to just meet some fly by night or spur, whatever the case is. But yeah, to meet someone of substance and standards, not so much. I'm gonna say for the guys too, like this is one of those things where it's for both male and female, but you know, you guys will figure it out. All right, this is just me giving my tips, my advice, okay, from experience. I know what I'm talking about. All right, I've been out here, well, not actually out here for a long time, but I've been on this planet for a minute. So you know, and I'm a girl that kind of like, I'm very observant, I'm very discerning, and yeah, I know what I'm talking about. Trust me when I say this, all right? Trust me. If you don't listen, that's fine. You don't gotta listen. You don't gotta listen. You think that you're gonna snag your husband at the gym? Wonderful. Wonderful. Remember I said that first one is gonna be a narc though. All right. Okay, anyway, so that's going to be my video for today. I hope that you give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. Share it, all right? Do not forget, and also subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed already. And for everyone that is subscribed, thank you so much. I really, 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 really do appreciate it. Okay, so I'm going to see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.